If a client has ever fired you and said that the leads weren't good enough, I want you to genuinely consider a possibility that they were right. Not about the leads, but about what happened to them after. So I just want you to picture this. Imagine 100 leads have came through from your marketing efforts or your website efforts or your social media or videography efforts, whatever it is you're running for the client. Imagine 100 leads come through. And on 50% of the leads, the client never messages them until the next day. And, it's statistically shown that if you message the people in the first 5 minutes, they're 400% more likely to convert to a client. And if, 50%, what's that? They respond the next day. Maybe they're busy and they're just, I'll get around to it. They're actively burning money. And the leads are becoming less qualified every second because the urgency is dropping. They're not being booked in. They're having time to think. They're having time to look around. They're having time to window shop. And by then, they could have gone with somebody else. It could have been, I looked at it. I decided I wanted it from the ad. I messaged them and they didn't respond to me. So I went and then looked elsewhere and then booked in with somebody else who did reply. And that's just if 50% of people aren't getting an instant response. You know what I mean? You're literally burning 50% of the potential to get those clients. And a lot of the time, the business owner that is employing the agency to do whatever task they are doing to generate those leads or that business, they're the ones getting the blame, not the business owner for not replying. And so then it makes you think, maybe all these people that were blaming the leads, it wasn't actually the leads, it was themselves for not replying. But then it becomes like you can't really blame somebody for not being able to reply to every lead 24/7 because, a lead could be coming in when they're on the job, it could be coming in when they're literally eating dinner or sleeping, depending on the time when the leads are coming in, because a lot of time with marketing, you can try and guide the effort of when it's being pushed, but a lot of the time the leads just can be coming at any time. As some people are looking before work, after work. So a lot of it becomes, can you put a system in place that can capture the leads before they end up going to a competitor or just fully lose urgency? Now, if a system was in place that was being able to answer every incoming message 24/7, it was being able to qualify them and book them in. And then when the business owner got around to it, they saw, this agency has brought me leads, qualified them down to the T, and now all I have to do is book them in, or you could even book them in yourself, but I would just book them in and show up. And now it's like, you no longer go from an agency, you go to a growth partner, right? Because you bring the leads, you qualify the leads, and all they do is show up. So it's like, wow, the back end of my business is fully done for me. All I have to do is show up to the job and I just print. And, there's nothing really in it. And now they're like, wow, that is really good. Every other agency I've been with is always send me the lead. I have to answer it whatever ridiculous time it is. And if I don't answer it, half of them are unqualified. And a lot of the time it isn't even their fault and it isn't your fault either. It's just not having the system in place to assist with that, because it, as I said, it's like impossible to expect somebody to always answer the phone, always answer a message, because, they could just be coming in at any time. And that's exactly what I switched my business to, is now helping agencies and helping businesses to set up a system that can instantly capture the leads and instantly convert those leads to jobs without the need of the owner. And do this by using AI systems and automations to help with check-ins, automated messages, and AI qualification agents that will, jump on the channels. So if it's like WhatsApp, Instagram, Facebook, whatever they're getting messaged on, it will jump in, it will reply for them, trained on their business, it will qualify them, and then it can even go to booking them in to the job. And for the business owner, this is not only saving them time, it's generating them more cash because they're getting instant responded, and it's giving them less of a headache. Because although you may want more business, what comes with more business is more admin work, more following up, more replying. And a lot of the times business owners will just drop your service because they're thinking, I don't want to deal with all of this, And then they'll be like, the leads aren't working half the time and I'm always having to follow everyone up. But what if that system was baked into your package, So you may be charging, depending on the offer you're running, it could be 1,000 a month, it could be 2,000 a month. And for them, that could be a hefty fee for them. And to them, it also might be like, if I was spending an extra £500 on top of that to get rid of that massive headache of missing out on jobs and having to respond and follow everybody up myself, would that be worth it to them? And on top of that, it would be. So, if you are interested in learning about how to do the systems, or if you want the systems made by me and my team, then I'd be happy to have a look at it for you. And you can schedule in a call to see if we can help you out. So what would that mean? That would mean we jump on a call, we'd see your current process, see how you're currently handling leads, and we'll see if there's even something to help you there with. And whether you pass it on to somebody like me, or whether you take the burden yourself, either way, it is another business model. So if you are like running a videography or a marketing agency, it's not just like a small add-on. This alone is its separate business, and a lot of time comes with more work than actually running ads, depending on the level, because obviously there is ads where there is a lot more time and effort involved than a system like this. But just this is another business model. So if you did have the time to pick it up and trial and error and learn it, then you need to just have a look at my other videos and I'll be walking you through it. But if it is something that you just wanting to get an external opinion on and somebody else to build it for you, then you can just schedule a call below and I'd be happy to have a look at it for you.